Welcome to the Self Reality Podcast. It's a show where we like to talk about all the best and worst things about reality TV, all the great, interesting people, places, and things. I'm your host, Angie, and tonight we're going to be talking about Survivor Season 48. It is the season premiere, Episode 1. Welcome to the show. Today, of course, for Survivor, who do we have but my brother, Nick Hanlon.
Hello.
Before we move on, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave comments as we go. If you don't agree with us, if you don't like Nick's shirt, the bottom shirt, or Hulkamania, go check out one of Nick's two podcasts or both. Nick,
I'm not a Trumper. I just like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, well.
I have a drinking podcast called the Dirty Glass Podcast. Like and subscribe. It's about drinking and rating the drinks, but mostly about drinking. Mm-hmm. And also I have a wrestling podcast called Kayfabe Wrestling Talk with me, handsome Nick Hanlon. Matthew Barnaby is my co-host, and we've changed the format a little bit.
Oh.
But like and subscribe.
Go check out Kayfabe Wrestling Talk, Dirty Glass Podcast. But what we are all here for, Survivor is back. How the heck did we get to season 48 so quick?
Dear Lord. Can't wait for 50.
I'm so
It's
excited.
going to be big time.
I know, I feel like these are, I don't want to say this because I'm hoping they're good seasons, but I feel like it's kind of throwaways. A little bit, right?
Well, I mean, everybody's just waiting for 50 at this point.
I know, it's like, okay, yeah. Everybody, we're crying and we have an emotion. And
For a first episode, it was a little more eventful than recent first episodes. But that being said, yes, I agree. I mean, I'm just waiting for 50 because it's going to be like, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild stuff. But we're not at 50.
We're at 40.
We're already burying this season, and we haven't even started barely.
So we're episode 1. So here's my first complaint. My first grievance. Festivus. Is it Festivus?
The rest of us.
Just episode 1, unless they're bringing back old players, now I got to commit.
It's
And
overwhelming.
there's so many people. Nick came late, so he missed. I did like that they tried something new at the start. So what they did was, well, you all watched it, but in case you did not, and you're watching this in lieu of watching.
By the way, spoilers.
Yeah, for the
This is spoilers.
It's called a recap.
If you're watching this before you watch the episode, maybe you deserve a spoiler. Go on.
So it starts off with them basically showing I don't know if they showed all the contestants, but as they were telling them on video call that they made Survivor. So it was nice. It was a little bit of change, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's just, I mean, honest to God, it's the normal. And then cut to, they're all on the boats and they arrive at the thing, blah, blah, blah.
A big starting challenge.
Yeah. So the new thing,
And how can they change it? What are they going to do?
No, I know. It's just, I don't know.
Well, they're paid the big bucks. They should figure it out.
Isn't there ideas? Don't we have a suggestion? Do we have suggestions on what they could do?
I wish they did kind of a schoolyard pick instead of choosing for them.
See, now, Jeff Probst, here's a good idea. Nick, go to the QR code.
Yeah.
You can go to the QR code and put suggestions for...
Can you?
Yeah, season 50.
They should really, or if they don't want to do a schoolyard vote because, maybe everybody will pick the guys first or whatever, do a pick out of the hat.
Yeah, do it in person. See, now that I could get behind. I would be the only, I think, first episode entry point that I loved, that I was excited about, and because it was new, was, remember they they all had to jump off a pirate ship or something and steal all the shit. It's literally the only one I remember. I remember last season because I took notes.
Right.
but I didn't start taking notes until last season.
They do the jump off the ship a few times.
I like to jump off the ship.
Sure.
Schoolyard pick, I dig that idea.
Was it last year the guy cried, or was it the year before? Season, I mean.
Oh, God. I think...
There was kind of the chunky guy, and he
Yeah.
didn't get up a ladder.
I don't... He got out real fast. I think it was last. Yeah. Okay. So I do have a question though. For you, how long does it take you to kind of get into the people? How many episodes in?
14.
So finale.
Usually by 3, I kind of know them. I feel like,
and it's
not even all of them. You really don't get committed until the merge, or maybe a few before the merge. To be honest,
merge, I think.
Storylines.
Yeah, and
call it
someone
that.
who has a bigger personality or something, you kind of dig. But for me, like I was telling Nick because he loves Real Housewives. It's like when I watch a brand new Real Housewives, which is pretty rare because like there's so many friggin' franchises at this point. It's really hard. Like the first couple episodes, like I gotta like commit myself to all these people and care about them. Like you have to actually care about people, whether it's to hate them or to love them. You gotta care.
It's like Game of Thrones. If you can't make it for the first season, you don't know.
No. It took me a year to go back. I watched the first episode with like the head, like the horse.
So many characters and so many,
and it's overwhelming.
and-
Daenerys and Targaryen and Tarnick and I don't know. Sorry, I did watch the whole season series, but I can't remember the names right now. Cersei. Okay, so we jump right in, and there's a
Beach people, Jeff.
back at it.
Boom.
So it's a challenge. I think it was a little bit complicated for a first challenge, in my opinion. Didn't they like go under a net in mud? So let's get them all mud.
Went under a net, and then they had to climb a wall to get the puzzle pieces or something.
It wasn't puzzle pieces. Dude hurt his arm.
Oh, right.
It was tossing the bags.
They had to get to the top of the thing to get the bags, and they had to do that kind of lob thing. They had the 3 platforms.
Yeah.
And the ball, they had to like lob it and land it, and whoever got those won Flint. Right?
Oh, I thought you just said Flint as nothing. Flint and a machete.
Flint. Well, it's kind of nothing. It's kind of like.
And it's kind of a throwaway. I get it, but I don't get it.
Then
So
if they lose the next one, they lose their Flint. They go through all that, and then they lose the immunity, and they lose their Flint.
so it's true.
What the hell?
It's heartbreaking.
It's very strange.
So at this point, I'm like trying to follow the complicated like first challenge. I'm like Nick sees me. I'm trying to write everyone's names down, and figure out who's who. And I'm like, this is not going to work. So the notable things are Keith.
Who's that? The pizza guy or the
No,
restaurant guy?
no. The guy who hurt his shoulder.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Keith, I think. Yeah, Kevin. I think it was Kevin. Yes, Kevin.
I forget his name.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know any. I know Say.
Okay, so we
I know
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Say and Stephanie
That's all
and
I remember. Cause like
Thomas.
a lot of the episode was honestly around Say.
Yeah.
Say and the restaurant guy, right? And there was a lot of Keith.
So they only actually had only one team won the flint and the machete, and then they had to pick a person from each one. So it was Kyle and Kevin. I called them Keith. There's a lot of K's.
Kevin.
Kyle and Kevin went to an island to like have a different battle, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
And their battle was for another
For Flint and
Flint
Machete
and Pot.
again.
Pot and Flint Machete.
Well, and this time they had to like. It's so like I know some people love the challenges. I find I don't think I could do Survivor because of the they're just exhausting.
They look very tired.
And they're so long, and unless like someone gets really bitchy or rude or whatever, it's not like it's interesting kind of, but I don't know. I like although Jeff makes it interesting by yelling and like kind of picking on people, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, Kevin and Keith, they have to do another challenge. Keith wins, and then let's talk about that.
Well, yeah, because Kevin, they had to pull a rope up,
See, I'm making you
and
describe
at
it.
the end of the rope there was a machete, and there was
coconut.
There was a coconut and a machete. You had to crack the coconut open to get the key for the machete. Then you had to use the machete. Or wait, you didn't have to use the machete for anything. You had to go
you
get.
could.
You had to get a pot. What
Off
you
of
use
a
it for
huge
that?
bamboo stick.
It was like on top of a big stick. It's kind of like if you ever play the video game Tony Hawk. It's like try and get the shopping cart off the top of the building. It's kind of like that for video game players out there. So they had to get that thing off, and then they had to use that to fill up a glass jar so they can get the key.
to float up to the top.
To the top. It was attached to a cork. So they had to get water from the ocean with this pot, pour it in the glass thing.
God.
The cork goes to the top. You get the key, you unlock it. You win the flint if you get the key. And the other one, Kyle breaks the jar like
I've never seen
a
that.
quarter in.
I don't think
I've never seen that challenge. I've never seen them really use glass like this before.
Like,
I have seen
I've seen
somebody
someone-
break a challenge.
Yeah, I've seen it once though. Like
Once.
It's pretty rare.
Once, but yeah, so he broke the glass, so he's out. And heartwarming, he
It
helped
was
the other guy
heartwarming.
fill the bottle.
So poor Keith had like thrown at his shoulder, and then I thought it was nice. And I did tear up when Kevin went and helped fill up because he still had to finish.
And then
the
they
challenge.
man hugged, their muscles all squishy together, and then they.
So would you have helped him?
Oh,
I would have helped him. I
do
think.
it yourself.
I have to tell you, I had a hard time kind of. I'm gonna just pull it. I went to the internets, the interwebs, and I made some notes on who's who.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about Vula. So at Vula, we have Nick's favorite, Stephanie, aka
Kathy.
Kathy from the Kathy cartoon.
Got the weirdest face I've ever seen on a person.
Well, and she has like a hat that's pretty bad.
Yeah, she was weird. Get some Kathy pictures up. She was
I will.
strange person.
So this
Say's
is
on her team too.
yeah, Say's on this in this group. She's a marketing professional.
Very intense eyes always.
Let's give some overviews. So this is actually probably the most notable tribe, I would say.
Pretty much this tribe was the
So this is Vula. They're the green tribe. So Stephanie's just fucking wingnut. Say is just already like just looking to lock in. She's not even been on the beach like an hour, I think, and she's already wanting to lock in like alliances. But don't you find it interesting this season they're talking alliances again? Remember how
the
they've
voting blocks.
yeah, they've kind of moved away or like voting blocks. That's right. So Say, I personally like just think she's just going too intense. She's like, what are they all sitting around chatting for? I don't want to chat. Like, I just want to like see who I trust and what. I was like, holy shit. Say also ends up finding a Beware.
Which has what's the thing called?
Okay, well, I don't think it ends up. It's not really technically a cryptogram. Actually, let's talk about this.
Well, she keeps calling it a cryptogram.
So it's like one of those. It's a tube with. It's almost like a lock, like a tube with like rotating letters and numbers. Mm-hmm. And she gets that in the Beware thing with 216337. So with a note with just numbers and colors on it, and she's like. Nick and I laughed because she's like, it's a cryptogram. I know it's a cryptogram, and I'm the worst at cryptograms.
No, that's my weakness.
My
Cryptograms are my weakness.
And what
I've
did you-
never heard the word cryptogram in my life. I don't know how it can be your weakness. I have a weakness, like moving quickly. That's a normal.
I have a weakness like math.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Cryptograms are my
cooking.
weakness?
So
Okay.
so Nick goes, what the fuck is a cryptogram?
I like walking on a beach, and I do not like doing cryptograms. It's
and
the most I've said cryptograms in my life.
this is the first time you've said it. Nick.
100% for that.
And she kept saying cryptogram, which I found just amazing. So for those of you who don't know what a cryptogram is, I do. So cryptograms are just these little puzzles that are in variety puzzle books. I'm an old lady, so I used to buy them. And it looks like just gobbledygook letters. And you have to figure out there's like a key to it. Yeah. Like an A actually means a T, a V means an E. And once you figure that out, because you can kind of figure out words like simple words like the, and you figure it out, then you solve the puzzle. But hers wasn't a cryptogram. Hers was like a puzzle.
Right.
Right? Because she had to figure out that there were all kinds of like
Well, she
animals.
got a piece of paper with
A number.
letters and a number.
What was a number? 21633.
Oh, it was just a number and color.
And colors. So she very intelligent. She did actually figure out, and I was impressed with this, that there are all these little shapes like painted, like there's a turtle and there's a bird and there's a fish
Different colors.
and different colors. So it was like she figured out that you had to find each
So
symbol.
if fish was the color of the number 4, H would be the letter because it's the 4th letter in fish.
Yeah.
Right? So it'd be like a blue 4, the fish is blue, right?
Yep.
And you got to take the 4th letter of the word. And so on. So that's
And so on. Woo. I don't think I've ever heard you say and so on.
that was et cetera, yada yada.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, she figures it out. And then,
Listen. That was the word.
I was going to say, and then she gets all the letters, and then, oh my God, it's a jumble now. You know what a jumble
Right.
is.
So I know jumble.
Okay. I was like, I found it funny.
What do I look like? Idiot?
Well, you didn't know what a cryptogram. You didn't know what cryptogram.
Yeah, such a common.
I knew I was like, oh yeah, like
I've heard you jumble and so, anyway.
crossword puzzle,
Cryptogram.
Sudoku and stuff.
This is like the first half of the episode.
So this is Say, and then you got Kevin. Cedric, who's the surgeon, he's the 45-year-old. He's a surgeon.
And he helped figure out the word. He got the
He
job.
did. Oh, he got it right away. I was on board with him. So I figured it out. There's one Gen X per tribe. Cedric
Hey,
is
we
the.
got some Gen X.
We got 3 Gen Xers this season.
He's the ass doctor.
Yep, the proctologist. Another Seinfeld reference. You got Justin, Nick's favorite, the 29-year-old pizzeria manager, very intense.
He looks like he sells hot dogs outside of Madison Square Gardens.
'Cause that's another reference, Seinfeld reference.
Selling hot dogs outside of Madison Square Gardens.
Well, Kramer refers to it when he talks about how he learned to fix Elaine's back.
Right.
Yeah. And then you have Mary. She's a 31-year-old substance abuse counselor. So the main sort of thrust of this tribe was like, say, who was trying to like make alliances and got the beware.
Saying the hot dog guy.
And he was just going along for the ride. He reminds me almost of like maybe like Jay and Silent Bob or something. No, that's not right.
He's like if Jay and Silent Bob had a kid.
Yeah.
Because he's skinny, but he kind of has a bob because he's quiet.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we can quickly talk about the other 2 tribes. Logie was the one with the only notable thing is that they had the California girls tribe.
Right.
So they had
There's
Shahi.
4 dudes from California on that tribe.
Yeah. So Nick, why don't you tell me your thoughts on?
Well, I'm just wondering if they did there's a casting call for actors. Like there's a few Survivor series where they actually did actor casting calls instead of just doing the tape thing. So maybe not. I don't know. It just seems very interesting. I mean, there's 2 people from Guam on one tribe. I mean, how are they deciding how to put these people together?
Guam?
Or not Guam. Where's
Guyana.
Guyana, sorry. Yeah. So there's 2 people from Guyana on one tribe, which is interesting as well.
Yeah.
One of them's from Toronto, but she's
Which is cool.
She's a Guamanite or whatever.
Guyanese?
Guyaneseanite.
Yeah. So we got like 3 or 4 guys. So on this one, because we're Gen Xers, so the Gen X on this tribe is Joe. He's the fire captain. And then the other, I think, notable thing was the sort of budding close friendship between Joe and Eva. I think the solo Gen Zer. She's 24. Pretty sure that's Gen Z. She's the autistic one, but that girl, wow, she's the one who bought
pipes on her, man. She's got some shoulders.
She was like hauling freaking bamboo sticks. Like I couldn't do one.
She made friends with somebody that looks like they're in the cartel.
Well,
that guy was a tough guy.
Well, yeah, he's a fire, but he's a tough guy with like a soft heart. Like he
was crying, but he had intense eyes, like he would kill for her.
He's like, we're friends forever. I'll leave.
Now.
He's like, I'll leave early if I have to. Like, but she told him about her autism and like she opened up to him. It was. Nick doesn't like the personal and the crying, but it was kind of it's nice to see that relationship sort of. I'm curious to see where that goes. Eva, I actually like her. She's a PhD candidate.
Uh-huh.
She's like plays hockey, but on the guys' league, and man, she can
tough.
She's a tough chick. So
we'll see how she blossoms.
Let's see how she does. I think it's a good experience. And then we have Siva tribe, which is the orange one. You have Kyle, the guy who went to and didn't win the challenge but helped out. You have Mitch. Sad. You have Camilla, David. Oh, I think Nick might have comments about David actually.
Which one's David?
He's like the jock guy. I know.
It's like the character from what's that Tarantino movie? The newest. I mean, it's a few years old now, but Another Day in Hollywood or whatever.
Oh, the Brad Pitt character.
He's the Brad Pitt character, but unlikable.
Oh, because he's a stunt. He's a stump.
He's the unlikable version of that Brad Pitt character. Because that Brad Pitt character is likable.
Very likable.
He's like the opposite. He's like his favorite movie.
I was going to say, Nick, let's
talk about their favorite movies. He said Notting Hill. Was that not the movie he said?
Yeah. So I have a problem with this.
What are you talking about right now?
I'm sorry, guys. If your favorite movie you're trying to say is a rom-com, it's a play. Look at me. I like rom-coms.
Maybe, but even when he was talking to the camera, he was like, well, I'm a rom-com guy. I'm a...
Yeah, but he's on TV.
Romantic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You think he really likes rom-coms?
He seems dumb enough to like rom-coms, yeah. Maybe.
Oh, and then he was walking around with, I can't remember who. They were looking and noticing the symbols because this is a different tribe. They haven't, no one's found
maybe it doesn't mean anything.
So I was going to say to Nick, but I think I know the answer now. I was going to be like, well, do you think it's because like he's just dumb or he's trying to trick the other guy? Duh.
He's pretty dumb. Maybe he thinks the tree grew the symbol. I don't know. He is
pretty dumb.
I don't know, man. He's cocky, and
But he's cocky too, and
in a
dumb.
bad way. Like
Yeah, like
he's like a narcissist cocky.
interesting.
Like, I'm better. I'm clearly better than you. And he
I'm
thinks
this,
he's-
and I'm good.
He thinks he's a heightened human because he has like muscles.
Yeah, and I'll just show them that I'm different. Just the muscles isn't all that makes me. It's like
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill. Well, but can you tell me the other two, Kevin and Camilla, said their favorite movie is Holes, which I've never heard of.
I believe it's a Steven Spielberg movie. I've never seen it.
Okay, I've never heard of it. So, anyway, that was interesting. And then our Gen Xer on this trial. Oh, and then there's someone named Charity. She's a flight attendant.
Earlier,
But
bit.
yeah, it's just all again first episode kind of crap.
It's a jumble mess.
But I don't even feel like it. Sometimes, like I feel like it's more clear. Like they're at this tribe, and then they're like
They're bouncing around a bit.
I
I
think
didn't know what was going on.
I was confused as hell. So then we have the one Gen Xer, oldest person in the season is Chrissy. She's 55, and another she's a fire lieutenant.
I don't even remember her. Oh, I know her.
The one older woman
I know her. I know her now. Yeah.
from Chicago. Okay, so we're at the immunity challenge. Yeah, so it was just jump around. It was okay.
I don't remember what it was right now.
So the immunity challenge, I'm surprised. So another net. So they just reused the net they used from the first challenge.
Did they have to go under the net?
Yeah, but it was just more dusty this time. So they went up and over a net and then under a net.
Right.
And then one guy had to pull like a some sort of club and smash like a mask.
Right.
And then that released the key, and then the key unlocked a sled. It was okay.
They had a sled, and they had to get the handles.
They had to put
it
the
in the
handles in.
sled and put it on a track, and then lift
And then
it
somehow
over.
there were sandbags,
Sandbags on the
that they had to
track.
lift it over. And then they had to take it off, and then they had to use the handles again to carry it up this ladder. And there's a
And
puzzle.
really steep hill. They had to push the thing.
So here's what I'm gonna
and
say.
then there was a puzzle.
Well, because the same, Anyway, here's my problem. It was so complicated.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst had to like follow each team around, explaining what
You
they.
gotta use the handles for the sled. Those handles go in the holes on the sled there.
You sound like a Canadian, Jeff
know,
Probst.
Jeff-
The sled.
That would be the Canadian version. Hey there, put the hole in the sled there.
Hater mode.
Funny, it's a sled. That'd be very Canadian.
It is.
Push that through the
Oh.
snow there with the sled, eh? Have you never done a sled challenge? Right. That's what it felt like.
Where's your
He
two?
didn't even have any time to chirp anybody. He had to give instructions to everybody for every step of the way.
And Jeff's like a 60-something-year-old guy. He's having to run around and like holler at people.
I like to see him sweat a bit. Though.
So do I, because from what I hear, he like has someone holding an umbrella over him when they're not on him and shit like that. I don't know if it's true.
I would be the same.
Oh, so would I.
I'd have a misting tent right in front of everybody too. I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna go into a mist tent.
Can I have a cold beer?
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean,
Drink it like this.
and they're making in Fiji. He's probably like a god or like a king over there, like because
He's
he
put a lot of money in that economy.
put so much money in the
They
economy.
have statues of him all over. You go visit there. There's statues of Jeff Rose with his bloody Australian shirt on or whatever.
So Loggy wins. So Loggy is with the California Girls tribe. Second place, which was shocking
It
because
was a big comeback for the second place.
yeah, because Vula, the green team,
Shit the bed.
they were like in first.
Well, you had Kathy there doing the eek every time she had a piece.
No, it's act.
At some point, she was just balancing pieces on top of the puzzle. Like, she just put it there, and she's like, I'm like, what?
What are you doing?
And she's like, leaves it there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, it doesn't go there.
Nick
I'm not a puzzle person, but I knew it didn't go there. You know, like, you know when something doesn't fit.
That's all there. That's all there is to a puzzle.
Just like, oh, should I just balance it on the top?
Well, and then for some reason, so they lose big time, and for some reason, she thinks she can somehow turn the tables. And I mean, she made a good pitch. So this is the tribe with Say. I think she was trying to like get people against Say, but to Say's credit, she did already have an alliance. It's
She's
the
very
first.
social the whole time.
She is. She's good at socializing.
Although she's not that likable, so
Well, no, because we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna talk about tribal, because like,
those two just argued,
well, it was just those two arguing. But here's
which was fun.
oh, I loved it.
That was probably the best part of the episode, actually, them arguing.
Oh, it was great. And
And it's funny because they were like both saying the same thing, but different ways.
And then Kevin says the exact same thing as well that Stephanie said. And then like Say's like, oh yes, agreeing with them. And I'm like, he's saying the same thing. So can we just talk quickly about the fact that they argued about like horoscopes?
For the whole time.
Like, so Stephanie's argument is, it's more like, there's a bunch of like Libras and they're all air signs, so like air signs. And I'm like, and so Say's,
I've literally never heard of an air sign before.
so Nick learned.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I know Libra, like, I know the signs. I've never heard anybody go, well, I'm an air sign. I've just never. There's two things I've learned.
I know you learned cryptograms.
Cryptograms and air sign.
Well, and that there's like, each sign has a particular element. I'm an earth sign.
Okay.
You're a fire sign. So anyway.
Let's argue about that now for 20 minutes. Like, could you imagine?
It's a very.
What are you talking about? These people?
So I find. And I'll throw out like it's a Virgo thing for me once in a blue moon, and sometimes to the wrong audience, and someone will make a face at me, and that's fine.
I've never heard you go, well, air signs don't usually get along with other air signs.
No, I don't determine my life on that stuff. But what I find interesting is I think it, and I hate to throw millennials under the bus. It's a very millennial thing to like. They're very zoned in on the horoscope thing. Like
I like attention. I'm Leo. I've said that shit.
Yeah.
Normal stuff to say like that.
Well, I have an attention to detail, and I'm critical of myself.
Right.
I'm very Virgo detail.
Like, well, because of my fire sign, I don't mix well with the water sign.
You're an air sign. What's a Leo, everybody? What's that? What element? I feel it's fire.
I thought it was animal but I guess that's not a thing. You're just making stuff up.
So if animals are the Chinese zodiac, is what you're thinking.
But isn't a Leo a lion?
That's just the name.
Or is that just the name of the Wizard of Oz?
They actually
just flash what a Leo is, a picture of.
I
Whatever.
will. I'll flash it. So the funny thing too is that I thought
I'll put
people might not like that about Say is that she was like, well, I'm here to play, and people are looking at the stars, and I thought that was offensive. And she went on a bit about it. I thought it was a little offensive, and I think most did too, but I think it was already locked in.
Yeah,
because people didn't like that comment. And
you're not going to look at the stars?
What are you going to...
I look at the stars in my backyard sometimes.
But her argument was, well, you can look at the stars at home. Like, you should be playing the game. It's like, well, you got to take it. I'm actually concerned for her health. Like, she's so stressed out.
Her eyes are like this. Every second. She sleeps like this.
Well, that's what, like, she's just so...
intense. Eyes just bulge out of her head. Just...
What am I gonna do, and who's gonna do this, and who am I? Like it's I think I would have like a complete like panic attack to like a heart to take me to a heart attack. Like if I was, I'm worried for her health because she's already getting paranoid. Like it's day one or day 3, however many days we're at now, 3. So anyway, pretty good tribal.
We didn't mention Stephanie got voted out. Did you say it? So Stephanie got voted out. It was pretty much unanimous.
Yeah.
I like Kevin, whatever his name is. I actually like him, which is really rare.
That's rare for you to like.
I usually don't like anybody in the first episode. He seems likable. He seems like a guy he's very excited. He's on Survivor, but he kind of seems like he's probably a nice guy.
He does.
Right?
He seems like a positive,
kind of down to earth, kind of like normal guy. Even when he was trying to like calm them down with the star talk, because he's the one that kind of tried to
say the exact same thing that everyone said.
Let's all chill out. He didn't like that conflict. He was like, you could tell he was like stressed out by the conflict, which is interesting. But I like him. I'm not picking him as a winner yet.
No, we're not picking winners until episode 3.
I like him. Who else do I like?
So I like. Can I say who I like? I like Thomas.
Oh, the guy with the glorious mustache.
Yeah. He's Oh my God, he's
a music publisher.
He's a music publisher.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what that means. It's just another.
Maybe they like post stuff on Spotify and stuff, so they publish the music because that's how music gets out now.
That's true. I just really, so far, it's again episode 1, and we only saw a little bit.
Yeah, he seemed cool.
His personality was kind of like I liked it.
I could drink with him.
And I do actually so far. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but like Eva, the young girl. I'm just impressed with the fact that she's like a PhD candidate and like I feel like it's in physics, like it's in a male dominated field too.
I want to see her interact some more for me to to get.
No, I don't know if I like.
I'm impressed by her.
I'm impressed by just
resume,
her.
but also the guy that's the ass doctor. I couldn't be an ass doctor. That's impressive as crap.
No, but she's a young girl, like with a bunch
she's
of people.
24.
Like,
24 to be a PhD candidate is.
Like that's intense.
I was still in high school at 24. That's not normal.
It's not for you.
It must be a fire sign thing.
We have to look
Or whatever I am.
just because I'm a fire sign.
Well, I'm not an air.
So anyway, I think like for liking, probably
I was impressed by her shoulders.
I was just
The autistic girl. She's stacked. She could be a wrestler.
well again. She's on like the hockey team for men.
Yeah, she's got a very impressive physique, and she's just carrying stuff. Like I need to lay down.
She was carrying like
You're a Lord girl.
like a bamboo that was like how long would you say? I'm terrible.
10 feet.
Yeah,
8,
and just
7, 6.
she
They're just all different sizes.
she hauled like 50 of them,
And she's like,
and just like not
every time she got one, she's like,
not breaking a sweat.
no,
Not
she's in
freaking-
very good shape.
I wish I was even.
People could jog without sweating. Some people.
I've never had that experience. I'm so out of shape.
I started sweating like trying to get into this chair.
So are we going to rate? What, out of 10? What do we do? I can't remember. Let's do it out of 10.
Oh, we're doing it at 10
Or are
now?
we doing it at 5?
Well, yeah, out of 10, 6.2. I'll give it 60%.
I'll give it a 6.
62%. 6.
I'll give it a 6. It's
Fine. 6.
listen, episode 1, you're never getting higher. I mean, if you got a 7, you'd have to be mind-blowing.
Somebody would have to die.
No, well, yes, but no. I think maybe. I mean, season 50. I know we're gonna harp about this all.
Season 50 will be amazing.
I'll probably
First
like the first episode because it's gonna.
You'll know everybody.
It's gonna be Boston Rob. It's gonna be like probably Johnny Fairplay. It's gonna be it's just gonna be all of
I don't know
like.
if they're bringing Fairplay back.
Well,
I
him and
think
Jeff
he's-
have a problem.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they did, though. I'd be happy. He's a wrestler.
It's just the name that came to my head because he was on another one
You know,
of those
Rupert
shows.
or
Oh yeah, Rupert. Yeah.
somebody from all. I don't know.
And who now? I've already forgotten last season. Is it, like, can you believe it? I took notes the whole fucking season.
It was a good season, though. I enjoyed it. The second half was the better. Once they merged, they got really.
Merge, it always gets better. You have to get through it, and there are good points. So this
6-2, though, yes. 6-2, you're a
I'm
six.
6 next to 6-2.
I'd say the first episode last year was better because Buddy had his breakdown.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh yeah, Andy. Now
Andy had his breakdown.
Oh, and then like I mean he kind
Then he
of.
got rid of the only person I liked at the time, the
Oh, John.
political.
John. Oh, I liked him a lot too. Yeah. Now I'm remembering. Okay, so pretty good. Like I think the key takeaway was like the say Stephanie thing. Although bye Stephanie, she is memorable. I think we'll remember her. More to come. I think it's an interesting crew.
I think Jeff should play Survivor 1 here.
What if he plays 50?
I'm just saying.
And for realsies, he doesn't get his like umbrella or his
No, nothing. You don't get
Jeff-
tips. I mean, he'll know. You know, it'd be interesting. He might be voted off first,
Of course he would be.
but maybe not.
He's pretty charming. So
Yeah, but if he's playing with regular players, they're just going to be like, "Oh, we gotta get it with Jeff," because they'd be also starstruck because they're all like Survivor holics. A lot of these people.
yeah, even though some of them have only been I've been watching since I was 9. I'm like, oh.
Children.
Well, because now you watch, isn't it for us? So from our age perspective, it's so interesting to watch it and be like, holy shit! Like it's all.
Watched this since I was 20. Is what I would say. Right? 1999? Or was it 2001?
So since I was 25,
That's where it started, I think. Was it
2000.
99 or
I think we
2000?
do this we did this last time.
One or the other.
2001, I think. So anyway,
No. I think
think-
it's I think it was a couple years before 9/11. I don't think it was 2001. I'm going to Google it right
why
now.
don't you just Google it and I'll Google your friggin' fire if that you're a fire sign.
Survivor. I think it's 2000, season 1. 2000.
Leo is a fire sign, by the way.
That's my fire.
No, you gotta do like the I'm Your Venus, like the Bangles or whatever,
I can't.
or Bananarama. What is it? I'm Your
Arms
Venus.
that close together.
Well, you got T-Rex arms.
No, I have a fat chest.
Remember Nick from Flight of the Conchords? I'm flipping you the bird.
Yeah.
A lot of TV references. So anyway, that took a while. It was chaotic. Our episode here was chaotic, so I think it's a good representation of the Survivor episode. Please let us know what you thought of the episode. What did you score it? Did you relate to anyone? Did you like anyone on the show? Did you hate anyone? Let us know. Please like and subscribe. Go over to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk with Handsome Nick Hanlon. Also go over to the Dirty Glass Podcast. Go check out that content. Like, subscribe, have some drinks, and then come watch us here. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.